I will. Yeah. This podcast.
Oh, hell no. See, we kicking this hoe out. Hey, we kicking her up out of here, man. Hey, you is not about to roll your eyes at me on my show. I be damn. I be damn. Oh, what it do, what it do, what it does, what it does. Welcome back to another episode of Rod's React. All right, so look, I'm a pretty big fan of podcasts. I actually got a podcast myself called Your Auntie's Favorite Nephews, but this is not about me right now. It's about the No Fugazee podcast, you dig? So, I forgot the dude's name. I just know he's known as like Cooley, but he pretty much just be giving game to women. It can be a little raunchy, but it's also pretty good if you ask me, because he has a way of humbling women without getting upset with them. He just breaks them down logically. So I seen this little random clip, and I think it's gonna be good. So let's just get straight into it.
The things that they want at the end of the day. But
so
go ahead.
If you were 40 years old,
yeah,
and you sat in a room, you had a 20-year-old here, maybe a 26-year-old there,
yeah,
and a 34-year-old there. So you would put that 26 and 34-year-old in a category of just, I would smash because they're older, probably been through more, but I would commit to that 20-year-old at 40 years old.
I feel like he's gonna say yeah. I could be wrong. I feel like he's gonna say yeah though. Let's see what he say.
Because she hasn't caught a lot of bodies, or she hasn't been through relationships.
It's more than that when a man is choosing a woman, right? Men are looking for characteristic traits, how the woman carries herself. The man is looking for a multitude of things, right? When he's looking for to grant a relationship. Just like y'all women looking for a multitude of things before y'all gonna give a man to, because y'all hold the key to we hold the key to relationships. So you look for all of these characters.
That is true. Men hold the key to relationships. Women hold the key to fornication. Big facts. Big facts.
Characteristic traits before you spread your legs open to a man. Cool. Granted, right? All I'm saying is, men, we look for a multitude of characteristic traits before we grant a relationship to a woman. That's all I'm saying. So when a man in that situation, if he's looking at things, what would generally, without knowing anything, generally what would have the highest probability? The younger woman would have the highest probability of being pure, being more feminine, being this and this, and being pure, where the younger woman hasn't been molded by the world, so she's more able to follow the man's lead. That's what I'm saying. But there could be other things in it. Maybe that 20-year-old came from a broken home and didn't have a father. Maybe the other girl had more of some guidance and came from a two-parent household and had some values instilled in her. So he may choose the girl that's 28 over the girl that's 18 because it aligns with what he's looking for better. That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to purity. That's what it all comes back to.
You don't think about it as like
manipulation?
No, I'm saying
I granted that. Both parties do that.
Just because you have a daughter.
Tom, can anyone understand this?
It's not that we're not understanding, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like when somebody says, I don't agree with you, the first thing out of your mouth is, oh, you don't understand, you're lost in emotion. No, I'm allowed to agree.
Is it because we're women and we're lost in emotion?
Wait, what?
I just don't disagree.
I want to answer her question. We're gonna take it back.
To agree
Is it because we're women and we're lost in emotion?
So, not all women succumb to their emotions. I know some women that are definitely emotionally strong and can handle it, and they know when to give emotion. And I feel like guys need to learn the same thing. But women are more prone to let their emotion take over and just get to blurting out random stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, for my fellas and maybe the ladies that's watching this, maybe I can give an example of both. I have seen a woman get upset and say the most disrespectful thing to a guy. And she only said it because she let her emotions take control. Now, granted, she may have been feeling like this, but there's a time and a place for everything. A dude with no emotional control is really a dangerous person, because if a woman makes him mad or if a dude makes him mad, he'll be ready to crash out. And crash out could be anywhere from fighting this individual to unaliving him. So it's real bad. It's real bad either way. But I would say, or I will argue, that women can take the emotional thing to a whole new level.
Wait, what?
Because I just don't disagree with some of the stuff you say, but I understand. I just don't agree.
Okay, that's totally fine. But
When I
what
said
you
that, I
had?
was lost in emotion.
I feel like
I mean,
everything,
you were, but go ahead.
I'm not.
everything that's being said, like, you're automatically on the defense, especially when it comes to her. Like,
Thank you.
You're automatically on the defense, and you keep saying emotion.
Bro.
But I feel like you're
All
being
y'all have been
emotional
very
as well.
emotional.
You're
No,
being
no, no,
emotional
no.
as well, though.
Passion is a form of emotion, right? I'm being passionate about the
But it's
things
okay
that
for
I'm
you to
speaking
do
about.
It's okay for you to do it because you're a man, but if she does, it's a problem, and it's her
I'm not
emotion,
saying
and she's
that.
being
And
a
I'm
woman.
No,
annoying.
listen.
And she's
No,
annoying.
Stop it. Because when I'm I'm the host of the podcast, and y'all came here for me, right? What I'm saying is this, right? What?
Hey, hey, that's crazy. He about to go in.
We came because we wanted to discuss the topics.
Okay, and we're all discussing
it's not
that.
just for you.
But listen, but listen. The difference of it, you got to be able to differentiate things. You're trying to say that we're all emotional. Incorrect. I'm saying that I'm passionate and I'm listening to y'all and literally refuting all of your arguments. To the
Hey,
point.
what I just said before we even started, that he's not going to get loud with you. He's not going to meet them where they at. If they're yelling, he's not going to yell. But he's going to dissect everything to the point where it makes sense. And baby girl even said, I understand what you're saying. I just don't agree with you saying. The simple fact that he has the capability to articulate himself in the manner in which they can understand, that just show how powerful he is. But they just trying to attack him at this point. If you ask me, I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments though. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You did.
We're staying on this topic for so long because I'm listening, and then I'm like, okay, let me, be very tactical with this approach and analyze this so I can give a good response. And I'm using active listening skills. That's not being emotional. I'm hearing y'all and then giving a response. Man. Some of my responses, I host a podcast. I'm not these other podcasts that got two hosts. So I got to be charismatic. So what y'all getting is passion and charismaticness. I got to be screaming here, doing a little bit of this here. This is for the audience. I'm sure the audience is having a good time. What is it, 12 p.m.? And we got over 200 people, 300 people in here right now? What are you talking about? So obviously it's lit. But listen.
No.
What?
It's what time?
It's 12:13.
It's time for me to eat.
Damn.
But I have a question though.
What?
I have a question though.
Time for you to eat.
Real quick, hold your question. Let me just finish up with her because I don't want to be moving all around. Did you have anything else with what you were saying?
No, I'm just saying it feels like everything that she's saying, and this is how it's coming off, but the way you speak to her.
Hey, shout out to baby girl right here on the left. She about fine as hell. Oh my God. Bad B word alert. You dig?
How you raise your tone when she's saying something versus when we're all saying something that you might disagree with is very different. And I think it's just very uncomfortable. That's how it's coming
totally
off.
Fine. Is
that's
everyone,
how it's coming
got
off.
it. Is everyone the same in this room? No, y'all not the same. Y'all all gave different responses, right? And y'all all carried yourself differently, even when y'all gave the response, right? And I don't think anyone really interrupted me during this podcast but her.
Ah! Here it go! Let's go!
Can I say my question? It's not really a question. Can I say my statement?
I don't think. I got you.
Can I say
real
it?
quick? Let me just finish my statement. I got you. I don't think, and even with that, like she's like, can she say it? And then gotta go. Me and you is always back and forth. All I'm saying is the reason why our dialect is different from y'all dialect, right? Is just because she's different from y'all, and she's different from all of y'all too. So it's not like. Y'all looking for all of this equalness. Like females always looking for like equal thing. Well, you're not treating this person equally to this person because y'all different. I'm not gonna treat y'all all equal.
Hey,
like,
facts. Look, and let's give a real life example. Hey, y'all ever been in class and the teacher talks to different students differently? So I ain't gonna say I was a bad student, but the teacher used to talk to me a little bit differently from somebody else that was a little bit more in their shell. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, would you like to answer this question, William? Rodney, what would you say? What's your question? What's your, so different people require different responses, because some people, if you talk to them soft and they're a hard person, they're going to try to dominate you. If you talk to a soft person, like a semi-hard person, they're not going to try to dominate you. So you got to come at everybody where they at, and you got to know how to respond to them in the manner. You did.
Same, you're not going to get she's giving me different responses, so she's going to get a different response back. Go ahead.
All right, but I get that. I get that whole scenario.
Got you.
Right?
You got something else.
And I get everything that you're saying, but I do feel like you cannot sit here and act like you're completely a saint because you're literally interrupting each and every. I mean, I haven't really spoken because I can get disrespectful, but like you literally interrupted every single person here, but you did interrupt her more.
The simple fact she said she could get disrespectful, he's exuding so much dominance that her disrespectfulness is not going to even come out. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's going to come out a little later on, but she's timid to do so because there's such a dominant figure in the room. There's a figure more dominant than her in the room right now. So she's going to proceed with caution.
Right, but that's not my point. That's not my point, right? But you're telling other people to stop talking for you, but you won't stop talking for them. And I get that you're the host. Respect. Thank you for having me here. It's gorgeous. Okay, but
appreciate that.
I definitely feel like you should be treating everybody like they're a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But do you believe in a hierarchy?
Bro, bro, I would love to see how this man mind work because it just work. I could tell that it's just constantly churning. It's just everything. Any of these women are saying, he's analyzing it and he's able to break it down. That is such an amazing gift this guy possesses.
No, I don't care. I don't care for that.
So,
I feel like you and me are the same. It doesn't matter the gender, the race, the age difference. I don't care about none of that. I definitely feel like, though, everybody should be treated equal. If she's talking, I'm going to let her talk. I don't care if this is my house or whoever's house.
I got you. Life just doesn't operate like that, ladies. So this podcast is called No Fugazi, right? And this podcast on No Fugazi, the world, everything is a hierarchy in life. I'm sure she understands the hierarchy a little bit because she was in the Navy. So she understands that she got to report to this person is above this person, that person is above that person. And it's a hierarchy to things based off accomplishments, competence, and all of these other factors that's involved in it, right? So let me finish and answer your question, right? The reason why it's like this is because this is my podcast. So I am on the top of the hierarchy. So if I have to interrupt someone, I always give it back. Just like I gave it back to her when I interrupt her, or if you interrupt her, I'm like, let her finish her point. It was mad times when she interrupted me. I didn't kick her off. I still let her finish her point. And I was like, wait, elaborate on that. Speak a little bit more. Even if I'm interrupting, because we have to have the dialogue, right? You feel what I'm saying? So me interrupting is me doing my job, and you have to respect the hierarchy. But the fact is that, audience, I need y'all to take some notes on this. Women in general don't really know how to respect any hierarchy. That's why it's hard for them to follow a man's lead, because they can't respect any type of hierarchy.
But you can at least say, excuse me. I do respect my husband. You got the ring. I do respect my husband, but he would never, ever talk to me however you're talking to these ladies right now. He would never. I respect him. He's higher than me because he's the man of the house. He is the breadwinner. He is the father of our children. But I would never sit here and not allow him to not say, excuse me, baby, can you let me talk real quick? Or excuse me, can you let me speak real quick? There's respect.
Hold on, is she saying that she would not let him? Let's take that back real quick.
Breadwinner. He is the father of our children. But I would never sit here and not allow him to not say, excuse me, baby, can you let me talk real quick? Or excuse me, can you let me speak real quick? There's respect in the hierarchy. You can't expect respect when you don't give it out. So I understand why she's snapping on you, because you're not even saying like, all right, whatever. You're not even gonna let her be dead wrong at all.
All right, whatever. What do you mean?
You don't even let her be dead wrong.
Dead wrong? Oh, you mean like if she says something and she's dead wrong, then I just leave it?
Yeah, but even at that, like, you're still being like...
listen, baby girl, listen. If that's not, you're looking for something that's not that, right? And the thing is, what you're looking for something that is like, that's not masculinity. You're looking for something that says the go along to get along podcast. This podcast ain't called
You're giving me toxic masculinity.
Listen, ladies, I got you. Let me finish. I will. Yeah. This podcast.
Oh, hell no. See, we kicking this hoe out. Hey, we kicking her up out of here, man. Hey, you is not about to roll your eyes at me on my show. I be damn. I be damn. I be damn. Let's take this back. Look at.
Listen,
No, I'm
ladies,
asking
I got you.
Can I
Let me
ask the
finish.
question after you're finished?
I will. Yeah.
Look,
This
hell
podcast
no.
isn't the go. And chat. This is good. The lady,
Shout out to baby girl in the bud. She just quiet. She just observing. You know what I'm saying? I want to know the middle lady response to half of this.
ladies is questioning how the podcast is being ran and stuff like that. But this podcast isn't the go along to get along podcast. You think that I'm going to allow someone to walk in something to what I created? I have men on here that I speak to them much worse. Pull up my debates. I had a man in here and I'm calling this dude feminine in his face. I don't hold anything back. The same energy I give to y'all, I give to another man.
So are
it's
you
much
higher
different.
than all?
Wait, I'm
Are
sorry.
you higher
what?
than all?
In
What do you
that
mean higher
space,
than
You're,
all?
obviously.
in that space he is, because this is his space. We are in his domain. We got to respect what's going on in his domain, because he could kick us out at any time and we can leave at any time. But if we're going to be in somebody's domain, you got to follow this domain rule. So for an example, I live in Michigan. You could carry firearms. Well, I think you could do that any and everywhere. But you can't carry a firearm in the post office. Why? Because that's a government domain. And in the government, you can't have firearms. You can't carry a firearm into the Secretary of State because that's a government domain and you can't have it in there. You dig what I'm saying? So different domains requires different rules, and there's different people on the hierarchy. I know.
I feel like the hierarchy thing you're saying, so you're higher than other men because they're feminine. You're higher than us because it's your podcast.
I didn't just say that. I'm just telling you that.
But I'm asking.
How I'm speaking to y'all is the same way that I will speak to another man. I don't think that I'm higher than anyone. I believe in a higher power, right? And I respect people, and I respect the hierarchy myself. If there's another man, I have did podcasts with other guys that know things more than I do in different areas or different fields, and I respect it. If I don't know something, I'm gonna sit back and listen and get that game, right? If I don't know it. But if I do know something and they saying something that is very nonsensical and false, that ain't gonna fly with it. Who's
what you just said? I can't.
It's been a lot of y'all on the podcast.
Okay, but I'm talking about her. Like,
what about her?
You just said
she's chilling and she's fine right now. What about her?
What big ass word did this man just use?
He said nonsensical.
Okay, yeah. So was that her? So everything that she said is what she's saying? Was that?
Everything that most of the ladies here, y'all had points of contention and of things that I said.
What does contention mean?
I had to, give a rebuttal and refute some of the arguments, meaning refute. You make a claim, and then I make a claim that supersedes the claim you make, and then you don't like my claim. You may understand it, but you don't like it. So it's like, well, I'm not going to accept it, so I agree to disagree. That's totally fine. And what was my response? Well, you got to take out your emotions from it. And then what would y'all say? Well, we're not being emotional. Well, you're emotional too. Then I'm saying that, no, baby girl. The truth is the truth. Whether if someone says 1 + 1 = 2 or 1 + 1 = F and 2, it's still 2 at the end of the day. It's not about how you say things. It's what is being said. Now, we all know that human beings are emotional. So yeah, how something is said may affect that person. Well, that person got a weakness. If this person can't see the truth, is very simple. If the truth is here, right? And if the truth, when you get the truth, it can alter your worldview by accepting the truth and then lead you on a better path. The people that accept the truth go on a better path. They are successful in their endeavors.
Because they are able to digest and understand and maybe even look outside of their own view. The truth is the truth. Now, I feel like a lot of issues happen when nobody want to accept that they're wrong. But it's just like, bro, you haven't been wrong for the past 3,000 arguments. Who's the problem? Who's the problem?
People that get the truth, but I don't want to accept it. I can't take it. It's too emotional. Their emotions fog them from the truth. Then they go on a wrong path. So I'm saying, I'm giving y'all game. If you want to take the wrong path, go ahead. If you want to take the right path, by any means, good for you. That other stripper on this podcast, like I said, she was same things I was saying to her. I was way worse than the things that I said to this other girl was crazy. It was much worse.
Like I said that.
Wait, what?
She never said she was a stripper.
Right, but we already clarified that. But my problem is that he keeps on referring back to that like she's not a human being. And aren't you a mother? Can we talk about how she's a mother instead of calling her just a stripper? Like,
that's her title. She's a erotic dip. I don't know who they talking about. All right, I'm just
Thing was, he said
what?
he's talking
It's a
like
dating
that because of
relationship
hierarchy. So from what I'm hearing, it seems like I'm lowest on the
Hold up,
hierarchy
Steve, real
here.
quick. Yo, how the chat's in there? Should I get to the super chats?
But when I asked that question, we redirected.
Okay.
Point proven. Points proven.
Yeah, let's get to the. Well, you already said what you said. You said
No,
it,
I just asked you a different question.
and I answered that question again. That's
did-
I
I
never
did-
answered that question.
No, so I'm the lowest on the hierarchy right now.
No one said that. What are you talking about?
That was the question I just asked.
Have your water.
Yeah, but no
You
one said
said you
that.
were
empty.
no. I'm asking a question. I said you said
Steve, switch
you
your
were
own car.
speaking to us based on
Not the one
the
that's-
hierarchy system.
No, I didn't say that. See, you weren't active listening.
No, I was, but you said a lot, so I'm
Right.
trying to understand what you're trying to say.
Got you. So what I said that when I talked about the hierarchy, I was referring to when she was talking about cutting people off. She said, "Well, when you're cutting us off, and you're cutting us off more than we're cutting you off, and you're cutting her off more than you're cutting us off." And then I had to explain the hierarchy to things. I said that, well, guess what? I'm here because this is my podcast, and y'all are under, right? And then we got to speak about who's saying the most nonsensical and illogical thing, and also
Was it me?
interrupting.
I asked you, was it her?
And listen, and also interrupting. I said, well, it's very simple. It was her. So that's why she was getting a different energy and different verbiage from me. Y'all saying that at the end, bro, like, what the heck, y'all? We was on this for mad long, and at the end of the day,
long is this
this
podcast
shows
right
it very, very clearly. Women don't know how to really take guidance from a masculine man. It's because they're being influenced incorrect.
You just said yourself
Okay,
you were feminine.
Wait, what? When
Then
did I
this
ever
whole time
say
you
that?
kept saying that you lack masculinity
No
from
one
not going
ever
up
said
without a
that.
father.
No, that's different. I said that before in the beginning. No one's talking about now. I'm talking about every man, any man, to become a man. When you're freaking 18, 17 years old, you think that you are as masculine when if you actually learn from your mistakes as when you're 35 years old? No. It takes time to acquire value and time to acquire masculinity and a multitude of other things.
Yeah.
To be fair,
So I'm not saying any of that. But let me get to these super. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to make a comment. To be fair, I don't think because you can raise your voice and speak your opinion very loudly that you're masculine. In my opinion, I think you sitting here, to me, you come off to me very feminine.
Sure, great.
And very
I'm
sassy.
sure,
That's why
you come
nobody
off
here is
masculine
respecting
to me.
Exactly, because you're not respectable.
I mean,
What?
You're not respectable. The way
you
you
come
talk
off
to women
masculine to
is
me.
disgusting. Like,
well, I mean, if you
and
want
you're
to go,
talking
you
to
can
her
go.
disgusting.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I mean, you're masculine,
as a
you're
black-
fat,
if
you're
talking to a
overweight,
black
and
woman-
hey, it is what it is. That's a masculine trait. Being big, that's a masculine trait. Peace. Let's get this on. Let's get this on recording. Peace, ladies. Get up out of here. See the door.
Not you.
Get
were
up
trying to
outta here.
record
See the-
them leaving. That's so
See
corny.
it's
and
right there,
sad.
right on the couch.
That
Get out of here. Get
That's so
up out of here.
sweet. It's giving sweetness.
Oh, and she threw stuff.
It's giving.
We got that.
sweetness.
Get up out of here, little fat old beast John.
That boy off the chain, man. All right, man. So I can be honest with y'all, right? Was Cooley wrong? I will argue. The only thing I will argue with Cooley is maybe he do cut him off, but at the same time, you gotta understand women. And I've been in a situation where there's two or more women and I'm trying to make a point. As soon as it's like a wildfire, as soon as one woman says something, the other one feel like they gotta back them up, and then they're gonna get into a big old debate, and then the third woman gonna jump in, and whenever I try to say something, they all yelling at me. So what he's doing, he's cutting down the buffoonery. You know what I'm saying? Before he can even take off and go anywhere. You know, so if she says something and she about to get on some big goofy tangent, he like, all right, hold up. Before you get on this tangent and completely switch what we're even talking about, let me address what you just said. And the way he addressed it, he often break it down to the point where he more than likely got him feeling stupid. But with that being said, man, I think I want to react to another one, man. So I might upload another one real quick. Please like, subscribe, show love, drop a comment, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it do what it do, man. And I'm going to holler at y'all in a little bit. Peace.